Everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic from the Dust. I am Adam from the Dust, and this morning I'm going to be talking about tea divination. Right? I like to do these on the weekends. It's the best time for me personally. You can choose whenever you would like to do it. I like to do it during the weekends, in the mornings, to help really set the tone for my weekend. It is a time for me to wake up, and one of my first priorities is realigning myself spiritually, and a time for me to communicate with my spirits. I'm actually going to do a new recipe that I haven't tried yet. This is actually a teacup and dish that I got from a local flea market here. I got it for like $8. Can't beat that. So it's a great way if you want to make it even to like a little collection, of different types of tea kettles and pots and tea cups and such. And I also have here with me, I like to choose some particular crystals depending on whatever I'm feeling for that particular intent of the divination that I would like to do during my tea readings. This one is some smoky quartz. It's really good for absorbing any negative energy when you want to clear yourself. Rose quartz for love. It's a great one if you want to be in that mindset of love and receiving love. And then this was actually gifted to me from a really good friend of mine, Kit, beautiful soul. And this is apotholite, which is great for spirit communication. Even has a little bit of darkness to it, sometimes a little bit more white. But I like it because this to me represents clearing or absorbing any blockages of me receiving communication and knowledge from my spirits. And then of course I have some sage and some Palo Santo. So before anything, I always like to just get a good clean slate. I like to do these readings honestly in my sacred space that I have set up on my altar. But you can do this anywhere that you consider sacred or safe to do your workings. And of course it's out, but it's just enough, so we're good. So do what feels right for you. I like to first go in a counterclockwise just to help dispel any negativity. And just breathing in the aroma. And then once I feel good and with my intent of all negativity being cleared, then I go in a clockwise direction. And to me, this resembles and symbolizes letting in knowledge and communication from my spirits. And then, I like Palo Santo. It's a good overall clean slate, right? Usually I'll use sage just to get rid of banishing any negative energies. This Palo Santo is good for dispersing all energies in the aura. And for my tea readings, I like to be completely clear of everything, where anything is possible. It's up to my intent of what is allowed, right? So I'll just do the same thing. Just clearing myself. And I won't go in a clockwise direction because Palo Santo is supposed to get rid of everything. Alright, we're ready. Now, the ingredients I have for this reading, I just wanted to show you what I'm going to be using today. So we have some wormwood, and wormwood was used in ancient times to actually treat worms in the intestines, hence wormwood, right? And to me, this also represents the serpent of knowledge, the serpent of Eden. And the serpent to me represents duality of the venom. Venom to either do harm, to cause infection, or, venom can also be used as an anti-venom to help heal. So it's also good for indigestion, stomach ailments, gas, nervousness, and also the magical properties of this is also communication, divination with spirits, seeking knowledge, hence the serpent of the Garden of Eden, the serpent that whispers. And it's all up to you, whatever works best for your subconscious. To me, the serpent is not necessarily evil as in the Bible. It represents knowledge from the universe. It is a great humbling moment to receive knowledge from the great divine. And it's also good, wormwood is also good for protection with the duality of the venom. It can either protect you or it can actually send harmful magic back to its sender. So I like that aspect of it as well. And this also represents Mars, right? And Mars is the planet ruler of fire, of air, and war. And to me, this sets the tone of me going into battle. And it's all about the intent that you use and what kind of battle it is. And for me, during this reading, it's going to be the battle of within me, my arena. And then the next ingredient I have is yarrow. It has a good earthy scent to it. And and actually in the Asian culture, they say that the herbs actually grow around Confucius's grave. And in China, they say it brightens the eyes and promotes intelligence. So to me, it's really just opening my eyes to see things for what they truly are and the intelligence to discern the information that I'm going to receive during this reading. It provides great strength, right? And protection, that confidence. So, and it's a good protection of your personal energy field during divination. So, the first ingredient that I have wormwood is the battle, the arena of me going to war in a sense. And the yarrow represents as my shield of when I'm going into this arena and this war. It's good for spirit contact. It helps keeps you focused, focused. I am confident in my intent. It is my shield. And then I also have cinnamon, which is going to be in my tea. And cinnamon is obviously used for many different reasons, but for this particular reading, I'm using it because it helps just increase overall spiritual mood, healing, and it helps to draw love and happiness. And it's also a good stimulator for the other herbs, just to help really give it a punch for the other herbs. And then the last ingredient I have is camellia rose petals. And I actually got these for my mom. Love you, Mom. Back when I visited in Louisiana. And this is a flower that actually, at the height of its bloom, is in winter. So for me, during this reading, it's really resonating with me to help you help yourself, because since it does bloom in winter, which is usually a time of cold, retreating back into the inside, inwardly of the self, but then it blooms outside of that. It blooms despite all of this harshness, right? So it's good for spiritual growth, and it also represents gratitude for life's lessons during the winter, thankfulness, appreciation, love. To me, this is more of an offering to the spirits of being thankful and appreciative of all my hard lessons that I've had to learn in life, because in the end, I bloomed from it. So those are the ingredients that I have. Oh, I also use just a Moroccan mint tea, and it comes in a little tea leaf bag, but I just open up the bag and just use the herbs that's in it. And I use it mostly for the lemongrass in it. And lemongrass is just a good overall sweetener. It's good for sweetening communication. And so those are all the ingredients. Now I have my tea kettle pot. It's just a good stainless steel one. It doesn't have a filter in it because when you're doing these readings, you don't want a filter. You want the herbs at the end to display a message for you. So I'm going to go ahead. I just got done whistling, and this is a time to really get your imagination really rolling, right? And to me, when I hear the tea kettle whistling, to me, it's like the spirits like screaming, like at the height of excitement, like, yes, we're ready to tell you what we've been wanting to tell you. So I'm going to go ahead and get it real quick. I'm going to pour my tea. Get it nice and good. It's a good time, it's still a little hot, to really think about the intent of what you want to get out of this reading. So, here we go to sipping tea. Cheers, and giving it up to spirit. It's definitely, I feel like it's like a punch of like focus, and I'm feeling like clear direction with this taste. So this is a good time. Usually I'll take about 10-15 minutes just sipping on my tea. So I'm getting towards the bottom, the last bits of sips of my tea, and this time you can see I'm kind of swirling it, right? And to me, this represents me swirling like chaos, a hurricane almost, of all of my thoughts and emotions. And at this time, I'm really connecting with spirit and allowing them, the energy, to manifest what parts of the dust particles, magic from the dust of chaos, that they feel the need to show me. And you can do whatever feels best for you. This is what resonates with me. And I'm feeling a sense of feeling charged, refreshment, clarity, and strength, protection. It has that cool crispness to my breath. And at this time, when I have the energy manifesting within my chest and my throat and my mouth, I like to take my apotholite for spirit communication. I just breathe all that energy so they can harness it. And during this time, I will start my reading with just a basic 3-card tarot spread. And the tea at the end is pretty much connecting to the spread. I already pre-shuffled, but I just like to just one more time just get my energy into the cards. And I'm actually using the fairy tarot deck, which is great. I've gotten down to where I've analyzed and studied the minor arcana. Haven't really dipped into the major arcana in terms of knowing it exactly what it means to me. So, which is why it's a great little guidebook that helps guide you if you don't necessarily have resonated with the cards yet, and it doesn't speak to you quite clearly as of just yet. So, just a few more shuffles. And then I'll cut the deck. Alright. Let's begin. Okay. So today we have the 6 of Spring. This is a major arcana, so I haven't really came across this card yet. I think this is my first time coming across this card, so let's see what it means. Wonderful news is on its way. Smart choices that bring rewards, success, and public recognition. And I'll refer to the handbook. Congratulations on a job well done. This isn't a time to be shy or humble. Even if you don't normally seek attention, it's healthy to bask in the glow of your accomplishments. Allow people to see the wonderful things that you created. Be visible and vocal about your beliefs. Let your unique talents and passions be known. You're a role model showing others what's possible. Wonderful news is on its way to you. It may be a promotion, a new career opportunity, or even an award. Positive recognition for your hard work is at hand. So this card features a person, actually, of great accomplishments. She's on a unicorn, which represents purity of thought, while the red rose petals show passion and commitment. It's a great card of just overall success. And then we have the star. Pretty much the star, to me, is like, you know, how you wish upon a star, looking up, being connected with the universe, having optimism about the future, and knowing that you don't have to have it all figured out because you have the universe, the gods, the goddesses at your disposal. They're always working within your favor. This is a great energy, the energy to move mountains, that anything is possible. All you have to do is wish upon the star, because you are the star as well. It's a good connection with the universe in terms of wishing. It's a good of change, evolution. And then we have the 9 of Winter. Unfounded fear, focusing on the worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. I think I kind of know what Spirit's trying to tell me, but we'll just look it up. So this card comes to you when worry has reached an unnecessary level. So I think this card is trying to tell me that I am overanalyzing and already thinking of future outcomes without it allowing it to manifest for what it truly should be. I'm holding on to expectations about something. And the 6 of Spring and the star were actually reversed. So to me, I feel like Spirit is trying to tell me that this wonderful news that's on its way is reversed because I'm not seeing it, because of the 9 of Winter. I'm fearing something of the future, and I'm letting worst case scenarios cloud a magical time, you know, of this accomplishment. And then the star is reminding me that I haven't been looking to the universe as a form of this gift, as a life lesson, that this unfounded fear, this blockage, is preventing me from making that wish upon the star. I'm looking to the universe, but I'm not looking within the star, within myself as well. And in case, because of that, this wonderful news that's on its way is being clouded. I'm looking up when I really should be looking inwardly as well, within that star within me. And then once I have this basic spread and I kind of have a good consensus of what the reading is, I'll go ahead and finish my tea, and I'll leave a little bit of liquid left, right? Because you want it to, when you turn it over, for it to kind of really disperse the way that the message is supposed to be. And this time I'm really focusing on the message that was displayed in my tarot cards. And I'll swirl it around. All right, and then I'll take my fancy little tea plate. I'm just feeling the vibrations and the energy that is swirling around in this beautiful cup of magic. And then I will turn it over onto the plate. Keep my hand on it to really send my energy into it while also receiving energy as well. Then I'll turn it over. And it's up to you. Sometimes it will actually display on the plate itself, or it will be in the cup, which is more likely the case for me. And then I'll just kind of sit here and just kind of analyze the message or the actual picture that I'm seeing. Sometimes it takes me a couple minutes, but in this one, I'm seeing, which I'll show you if you can kind of see it. I'm seeing a lot of chaos, right, and the little sporadics of the dust, so to speak. And then I see, actually on the side of the cup, I have like a little rose petal up here. And then I have a rose petal also on the bottom. And to me, the rose petal on the bottom actually kind of looks like a little fairy leaf or angel wing. And I'm getting a sense of, disconnect of the wing that is above is disconnected from the wing that's in the middle. And the middle, to me, represents the self. And that in between is all of the chaos, right? So to me, this represents the chaos of my mind, and I'm taking all of that little bits of chaos, right? And I'm trying to suck it in, and I'm trying to rearrange it, right? And in a sense, I'm disconnecting my true flight, right? That's on this side of the cup. And that's the barrier, is all the mental chaos in my mind. And it's actually kind of funny, synchronicity. I had some actually spill onto my Night of Winter. And to me, I definitely am getting the message, and it's actually on the face of the fairy looking up. And I can definitely see that I'm clouding my own mind, right, of my fear of a particular aspect in my life, right, which I'm not going to get into. I know exactly what it's telling me, but it's probably going to spill down, but I just wanted to show you how it actually went onto the card. So yeah, that was pretty crazy, honestly. Like, these readings are so cool. They're creative, and it lets your imagination and your creativity to come out to form the readings. So I definitely see a connection of this tea reading with this spread. And I definitely get the message of the wonderful news that is in the future, because the future is always wonderful news, despite what you think it is. And sometimes we hinder that great news that's to come in the future with our own chaotic messages of what we're thinking that the future is going to hold, right? And sometimes it goes back to my last video of expectations. You have to let go of these expectations of you romanticizing the future outcome when you have to be connected to the star. Star is split, right? You're one part of the star along with the other part of the star. And in between is all that chaos of the mind, right? Thoughts are forces, and words breathe life. So I need to reevaluate the words, the forces that I'm putting in my head, because I am blocking the wonderful news. So I hope this video can give you a little foundation of how you can put your own spin to tea readings and connecting with divinity. I hope y'all have a great weekend. Blessed be, and as always, peace out and peace in.